is going on, my friends? Welcome back to another episode of Nerf 101. I'm your host, CJ. Today we're going to focus on the Nerf Zombie Strike series. Nerf first launched the Zombie Strike series back in 2013 with its very first release, the Nerf Zombie Strike Hammershot. Fast forward to 2019, we now have 3 additional sub-series underneath the Zombie Strike header. So we have the Nerf Zombie Strike Z Squad, the Nerf Zombie Strike Bio Squad, and we have the Nerf Zombie Strike Survival System. Now between all 4 of the Zombie Strike lines, there's a total of 32 blasters. Man, Nerf's been busy. And at first glance, this could seem pretty daunting to the average person walking into your local toy store. But don't worry, we're going to narrow it down for you. But let's start off with the way we always do it. Let's check out what type of ammo is going to work through these Zombie Strike blasters. Alright, bring up our Nerf ammo choices, because one thing that's interesting about the Nerf Zombie Strike series, it can fire all of the following ammo types. And at the current moment, maybe this is going to change in the future, there's only one type of ammo that right now, currently, they do not fire, and that is the rival balls. There's also one additional ammo type that's actually not displayed below in the graphic, and that is silly string, my friends. This is part of the Bio Squad blasters, and I don't even know if they sell this anymore, to be honest with you, but we're going to go over that in a minute. Eye protection recommendation, well, it's simple, but yet not so simple. Guys, there's so many different ammo types that this blaster platform can fire. You really need to be careful about what you choose for what scenario. So if you're going to use the Mega Darts or the arrows, definitely wear a full face protection. Although when it comes to the arrows in particular, I would definitely not use those to shoot at people. That would be more something I would set up at a birthday party for, say, target shooting. That's awesome, right? Now, if I'm going to fire the Nerf Vortex discs or the Nerf Elite ammo, regular safety glasses is more than adequate for your protection. So one constant theme you're going to notice as we dive into this Zombie Strike line is that they do a lot of different things, and there is a ton of options and flexibility within this blaster platform. So that kind of raises the age-old question. Is the Zombie Strike series a jack of all trades and a master of none? I don't know. We're going to dive in a little deeper and let you decide. Alright, it's on, my friends. 32 blasters we need to talk about real quick, but we're going to thin this herd real fast by getting rid of some of these right off the bat. First blaster we're going to eliminate is the Zombie Strike Alternator. This blaster's not even out yet. All I've seen is some leaked pictures online. It is a pistol-style blaster with a very unique look, but unfortunately it's not out yet, so I can't actually give you my opinion. We're also eliminating the Nerf Bio Squad series as a whole. This had 2 blasters in this sub-series, the Eraser and the Abolisher. Nerf tried a little something new here by incorporating silly string technology, air power to launch some darts, and on the Abolisher in particular, they also added a water tank so you could fire string, water, or darts. The platform overall did not work out very well. I don't even think you can find these blasters anymore, but if you do happen to run on one of these at a clearance bin somewhere, I would definitely leave it there. Next elimination is going to be the Nerf Mega Magnets, which was re-released with a different paint scheme underneath the Zombie Strike Z Squad. We've already been over the entire Mega line and the Magnets in particular, so just due to that fact, we're going to eliminate this one from today's overview. And the last blasters we're going to eliminate are these disc blasters. I do intend to do a Vortex line review, and once I do that video, these blasters will be included within that one. Alright, eliminating those is going to leave us with 25 Zombie Strike blasters to go through. So we're going to try to do this as quickly as possible. We're going to give you the price, give you a quick firing demo, and tell you some of the special features of the blaster. We're going to start off with the Nerf Zombie Strike Side Strike. Actually comes with a holster which stores 4 darts on the holster. Take the blaster out. It's a single shot pistol with 2 storage here in the base. Top slide. The Side Strike is definitely a cool little sidearm. Alright, next up is the single shot Zombie Strike Jolt. I know this is a Sonic Ice version. I actually have the green Zombie Strike Jolt. I just can't find it in my garage for this video, so I wanted to pull one out just to demonstrate it real quick. The Zombie Strike version will actually come with a snap-on sight up on top, as well as 3 small circular targets that you can actually set up and knock down. The single shot Jolt is very simple to use. Simply pull down on the priming handle here and fire. Next up is the Clampdown. This blaster average retails for $5.99. It is a Jolt reskin, but includes a tactical rail up on top. So if you wanted to just say, for the sake of argument, take the Dreadbolt scope and you could slide it up on top here and give you a pretty sick looking, single shot pistol. Priming handle is here underneath. And And that, in a nutshell, is the Clampdown. This brings us to our last single shot pistol, which is the $14.99 Clearshot. This blaster is actually one of the weakest shooting blasters in the entire Zombie Strike line, but did come with this actual cool optic scope for the top, and this is why most people ended up buying this blaster. The Clearshot does allow you to store 3 darts on the blaster, 2 down here, 1 underneath the actual barrel, and 1, of course, loaded. Pull back on the slide, and it's that simple to actually operate. Earlier in the video, I did point out that Nerf tried a lot of different things within the Zombie Strike line, and our next offering is no exception. This is the very first Nerf blow dart blaster, and it has a single shot, is $9.99, and it was called the Silent Strike. You simply take your dart, put it here in the front, make sure it goes all the way down to the bottom. If it doesn't, go ahead and blow through the top. Then what you're going to simply do is behind your tongue, build up the air pressure in your mouth, and then in one strong blow, launch the dart forward, like so. Pretty cool platform, but public service announcement. Guys, if you happen to own this blaster and it's in your home, when your kids' friends come over, do yourself a favor. Take this one, put it away in the closet. Sanitary reasons, health reasons, you just don't want kids mixing their saliva on the part of the blaster where you actually blow. That's going to lead us up to our 2-shot capacity pistols, and the first one we're going to look at is the $9.99 Doublestrike. You have 2 shots that load here in the front, a hammer prime, comfortable grip, very simple to use. Pull back on the hammer, and that's all there is to the Doublestrike. So let's segue into another 2-shot capacity blaster that average retails for $14.99 and has incredible aesthetics. The Crosscut. Crosscut is a rear prime 2-shot capacity blaster. Fires very nicely at about 65 feet per second. Has an additional foam saw blade on here, which is actually really cool. And don't worry, it's not going to hurt anybody. But the secondary trigger will actually allow you to spin it, like so, which is actually pretty cool. It also includes a tactical rail up on top. So overall, the Crosscut's a pretty cool platform. The next 3 pistols we're going to take a look at in the Zombie Strike series, in my opinion, are the best in the lineup. We're going to start with the Quadrot. This blaster average retails for $9.99. Currently, I've been seeing it on Amazon a lot for $6.99, $7.99, and for that price, it's excellent, excellent value. You get 4 shots, a very slender profile, a nice, easy rear prime, and a tactical rail up on top, so you could add this optic. It does not come with it, but I wanted to show you what it could look like if you put one up there. And then you just simply fire, rinse, and repeat. Next up, we have the all-time classic, my friends. A lot of people love, love, love the Hammershot. The very first Zombie Strike blaster ever introduced. It's got a 5-shot capacity, hammer prime, super comfortable grip, awesome, awesome aesthetics, tactical rail up on top, so I put the Clearshot scope up here just so you can see what it looks like. And operation is actually pretty simple, and the power on it is pretty good at 64 feet per second in stock form. And then finally, we're going to wrap things up with the $19.99 Flip Fury. It has 2 6-round cylinders to load, so it gives you 12-shot capacity. It has a top slide. I know the blaster aesthetically isn't much to look at. It kind of looks like you're just holding a rectangle, but honestly, this is the strongest firing pistol out of all of the blasters in the Zombie Strike series in the pistol category. This averaged 71 feet per second in stock form and also offers slam fire. And the way that operates is you simply go ahead and take the shot, continue to hold the trigger, and then just keep pulling back and forth on the top slide, like so. When you've emptied the top cylinder like such, go ahead and hit this trigger here, and it will actually rotate the barrels. Rinse and repeat. The Flip Fury also offers a tactical rail up on top. I did put the Clearshot scope up there just to show you what the aesthetics would look like. The scope does not come with this purchase. Next up, we're going to focus on the Sledgefire. $27.99 average retail price. A little harder to find nowadays. You use shells to actually load this blaster, and it has a break action in the front, so simply pull down on this button, or sort of like hammer here, and the front will actually slide open. Go ahead and take your shell, load it here in the front, close the barrel, aim, and fire. With each trigger pull, this is going to fire 3 darts, and it has 3 shells. So you get 9 shots in total for that price tag. Does have a tactical rail up here on the top. My friends, quick FYI, if you are interested in the Sledgefire and like this platform overall, keep in mind that Nerf Elite Series has a blaster out called the Trilogy. DS15, which actually also incorporates shell technology and actually gives you 5 shells instead of 3, as well as an ejection port to make it faster between reloads. Next focus is the Rough Cut 2x4, which is another shotgun style blaster. I know, guys, this is the elite version. There is a green version, but I don't have it. It's the one Zombie Strike blaster I don't own outside of the alternator. So Nerf, if you're listening, hook your boy up so I can complete the collection, all right? Thanks. But seriously, folks, if you want this blaster, it's actually pretty cool. It's got an underneath shotgun prime, tactical rail up on top, average retails for $19.99, and with each trigger pull, you're gonna launch 2 darts. Simply pull back, let go, and it incorporates slam fire as well. Just keep the trigger held, and rinse and repeat. Now for an additional $10, you can go ahead and grab the brain saw with another foam saw blade up here in the front, which actually will spin by pulling on this little trigger right here. Does have the same shotgun prime underneath and resembles the Rough Cut in a lot of ways. All you gotta do is simply pull down and back and take the shot. Instead of 2 shots, this only fires 1 shot at a time, but does incorporate slam fire as well. So hold the trigger, and away you go. Run out of bullets, charge up your foam saw, and hack away. For the price of $24.99, you can go and get yourself one of these old Western lever action type repeater blasters. Comes with a 6-round mag, tactical rail up on top, and is actually really fun to shoot. Coming in at 68 feet per second, this blaster actually packs a punch right there in stock form. It does not offer slam fire, but overall is an actual fun blaster to use. Next up, we'll look at the $39.99 Doublestrike. Guys, this is a 24-round capacity with 6 shots each in each of the 4 cylinders. They actually rotate when one is empty by simply pulling on this bottom trigger here, like so. You're going to prime it with this handle right here, which actually adjusts to 3 different locations. You can screw it in on the bottom, the right side, or the left side, depending on which way you prefer to shoot. It does have 1 tactical rail up on top. I put the sight there just to show you. It doesn't actually come with it. Has a very short stock, which is truthfully not that comfortable. To fire the Doublestrike, simply go ahead and pull back and forward on the priming handle, aim, and go ahead and fire. The blaster does offer slam fire for those of you that like that. As such, now that we're empty with the top cylinder, we'll go ahead and rotate to the next. Once you rotate to the new cylinder, go ahead and reprime and then just rinse and repeat. Also for $39.99 is the very first chain blaster in the Zombie Strike series, all right? It's called the Rip Chain. Guys, it has a 25-round capacity, tactical rail up on top, slam fire, and underneath shotgun prime. One point of note that you should be aware of with the Rip Chain in particular, the chain is quite heavy. So when you're in slam fire mode with this blaster, it tends to kind of skip sometimes because of the weight of the chain, and the mechanism can't actually pull it through when you're going too fast. So you need to kind of control your fire a little bit with this blaster, and when you're running around, it's obviously going to make quite a bit of noise. Other than that, it's actually kind of fun to use, and my son literally loves this blaster. To fire the Rip Chain, simply do the prime underneath, aim, and take the shot. If you want to do slam fire, hold the trigger, like always, right? And then prime it. But this is where you have to go kind of easy, okay? You really can't go all that crazy. That's kind of about the top speed you're going to get. Watch what happens if I try to go fast. Notice how nothing came out and the chain didn't feed properly? That's because I went too fast and the weight of this chain couldn't be pulled through the blaster. But if you take your time and slow it down, you'll have no problems with the Rip Chain. But that's going to require you to be cool under fire. Now, if a sniper rifle is more your game, cough up $34.99 and that'll get you the Nerf Zombie Strike Z Squad Longshot. Pull the bolt to the rear, go ahead and load your 12-round magazine that it comes with, put the bolt back forward, aim, and go ahead and fire. The blaster does fire kind of weak at about 59 feet per second out of the box. So if you don't mod, this is going to be a pretty weak sniper rifle overall. Does come with a scope up on top of the tactical rail here and an adjustable stock here in the back. Overall, it's pretty cool. A lot of modders like this, but if you're looking for a stock blaster that doesn't shoot too hard, this Longshot might be right up your alley, especially if you're looking for a sniper rifle type of platform. So my friends, if you guys were a fan of the 2014 Slimfire lever action blaster I showed you before, well, say hello to the steroided up 2018 version from the Survival System series, the Scavenger. It comes with a ton of extra attachments, the stock, a scope up top, a flashlight in the front, a front barrel attachment, two 12-round magazines, and the best feature overall is a button to quickly switch to slam fire mode or single fire mode. So simply open up the lever, take your 12-round magazine, slide it up into the blaster, close it, aim, fire. That's single fire mode. So every time you use the lever and shoot, you get one dart down range. Go ahead and swap it by pushing this forward. Now you're in slam fire mode. Now you don't even have to pull the trigger anymore. Simply work the lever and you're going to keep firing rounds down range. So as fast as you can do the lever action is as fast as you can get darts down range. Oh, you know, I almost forgot to mention, if you get caught in a pinch where you're in between magazines and rounds, go ahead and pull off the 2-shot jolt they included on the stock of the blaster, and you have an extra 2 shots at your disposal. Next up, my friends, we have 2 flywheel blasters. One requires batteries, the other one doesn't. Say hello to the one that doesn't, the Rev Reaper. This blaster average retails for $24.99, comes with a 10-round magazine and a pump-action flywheel blaster. So put your magazine in the top, load it down, darts facing forward, grab your priming handle, and the harder you pull on the priming handle, the faster the flywheel spin and launch the darts. So this blaster is basically kind of worked off strength. The harder you pull it, the farther the dart will go. Watch. So this blaster is perfect for little kids to use because it doesn't require coordination to work a rev trigger and a trigger combination. All you have to do is pump the priming handle. Now it's time for the other flywheel blaster that does require batteries, 4 AA to be exact, but guess what? They're included in the box with this blaster. So for $49.99, that's going to get you the Revoltinator. Now this currently is the only battery operated blaster within the Zombie Strike series, and operation and features of it are as follows. An 18-round included magazine, so go ahead and load that up into the blaster. You get a carrying handle up on top, an end strike adapter in the front, so if you want to add an additional barrel onto this, boy, you could really make this a long blaster. It's got an end strike tactical rail up under here, so you can put whatever kind of attachment you want under here. But one of the cool features of this blaster are the light and sound effects every time you press the rev trigger. And there's 2 different effects that you're going to get. First one is this light up effect right here, as well as the Nerf logo lighting up. Once we pull the rev trigger again, you will notice the light effects here and the light on the Nerf logo again. Now, in addition to those 2 different types of lighting effects that you will get, once you go to fire the blaster and you pull the trigger, you're going to get this light effect that streams across the top. So, if you don't have a magazine in and your son or daughter want to run around and just have like a pretend war, they can actually do that by simply pulling the trigger and it will simulate like a laser beam coming out of the gun. Kind of cool for pretend play. This blaster is semi-automatic, meaning every time you press the trigger, 1 dart will come out. So simply rev the flywheels, take aim, and pull the trigger to fire 1 dart. It's as simple as that. This next one's pretty cool. $19.99 will get you a replica nail gun blaster. That's right. 8-round capacity, indexing clip. Simply pull the trigger to actually fire the blaster. It's just that simple. With each pull of the trigger, the indexing clip makes its way up out of the blaster. When you have finished all 8 shots, the clip will look like this. You will simply reload, slap it back down, and you are ready to go again. Next up, the Outbreaker bow. It has a 5-shot capacity. It has a tactical rail up on top. The sight does not come with this blaster. It average retails for $19.99. Now, the bow arm and the string are just there for aesthetics. They have absolutely nothing to do with the operation of this blaster. There is a spring and plunger tube inside. Pull back on these 2 little holes right here to actually prime the blaster. And again, you can remove the string and the blaster will still operate fine. Aim, fire. There is one more bow and it's at the same price point, $19.99, same premise. Bow arms and string are there for aesthetic purposes only. It does fire off a spring and plunger system. It does have a tactical rail up on top. Sight is not included with this blaster. 4-shot capacity instead of 5, and one of the beautiful parts about this one in particular is that it has an end strike adapter in the back so you can put whatever favorite stock you have onto this blaster. Now, to actually fire this blaster, you're going to pull on this priming bar up on top and fire. It's that simple. Time to get the big one down, the Dreadbolt. Guys, $49.99. It's going to fire these arrows. You can store 5 of them up here on top of the blaster. This is a lever action. You're basically going to pull down on this to actually lock the string here in the back. This is a string-powered blaster. Then you are simply going to take your arrow and you're going to slide it here through the front until you kind of feel it click in. Aim and launch the arrow. The blaster doesn't shoot overly hard and it's extremely slow in between shots. I would never fire these arrows at a person. I would use this more for target shooting if you really are inclined to, get this platform. And now for the funny part. 2017, they came out with the big Dreadbolt, which takes a lot in between shots. 2018, they basically made a mini version of it, the Wrath Bolt, and this actually fires harder than the big version and fires the same type of ammo. With this one, you simply just pull back on the string until it locks back here in the rear position. Once it's done that, you're going to slide the arrow in the middle, again, until you feel it catch, turn, and fire. The Dreadbolt fired at about 54 feet per second. This one's firing at 58 feet per second. Again, I would not fire this blaster at a human. I would do this for more target practice. I have a few of these, so when my son has a birthday party, I can actually set up an easy to fire target range. Pretty cool. All right, my friends, this next portion of the video are the detail cards. I'm gonna lay these blasters out side by side and give you all of the base information that you need to make an educated buying decision. So go ahead, take your time, hit the pause button if you need to. Man, that was a lot of blasters to go through, but we made it. Now it's time to give you my son's top list in the way he sees it. And now on to how I see it, guys. My list is 9 blasters long, and it is in no particular order. These are just 9 blasters that I feel in the Zombie Strike line have extreme value and are very fun to play with. Now, my friends, what would this list be without having you guys, the fans, have your own voice in this video? So, here's the fan feedback on the Nerf Zombie Strike series. That's going to wrap things up when it comes to the Nerf Zombie Strike series. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found the information extremely helpful. If you did, do me a favor and share this video. I'd like to get it out to as many people as possible, especially parents and newcomers to the Nerf hobby. Once again, I'm CJ. I'll see you on the next episode of Nerf 101.